Hi everyone, hope you're doing very well. This is just a quick update. I've recently been quite busy just having sort of a preliminary conversation with my medical team, the surgeon, his assistant, everything else. And they just ask you a load of questions, a series of questions. I think it takes about 5, 6, 7 minutes, something like that. It's all done with now, it's not something I need to go through again. But I'll just give you an idea of some of the questions. A do not resuscitate order. They ask you things like that. Well, naturally, I'll tell you what I told them. If I can't come back after an operation with all my faculties, with my thinking ability and with my physical ability intact, then I wouldn't want to come back. So I would say, yes, don't resuscitate me to come back where I would have someone have to wipe my every, crevice of my body for me to have a normal functioning life. Except it won't be normal, will it? If you can't do things for yourself, it won't be normal at all. Look, I'm not saying anything bad about people that care for people that can't look after themselves. I have a great deal of respect for those people. My sister's one of them. She's in the care industry. What I'm saying is, if I'm given a choice and I was under anesthetic and then something went wrong, I wouldn't want them to resuscitate me if I'd been starved of oxygen and I was, I suppose brain dead and comatized for a period of time, and then they brought me back only for me to live on a machine. If my heart couldn't breathe of its own ability, then I don't want to come back to this world. So that is what I've got out of the way with them. Do not resuscitate. And the other, and I didn't think this was going to come up, but yes, I suppose it had to do, didn't it? Because it's an operation, and the mortality rate of this operation is 1 in 10,000 people die. So they did ask about, well, religion does come into it, doesn't it, when you have an operation? And I stipulated that I don't want a blood transfusion under any circumstances. I didn't go into obviously great detail, and they're not going to let you go into the nitty-gritty of why a person says they don't want blood. They're just being polite when they say, well, that sounds interesting, but I haven't got time to discuss it now. And I said, well, yeah, it is. It's a complicated subject. You can't discuss this over the phone. There's a lot more to it. But in a nutshell, I suppose, in my eyes, blood is sacred. And that's why the high priest during the nation of Israel's time always had to pour the blood back to the ground, because the blood is the life force. And so if I was to take someone else's life force and put it in me because my own blood was spilling out and I was losing so much of it that eventually it would kill me, I wouldn't want to have someone else's life force inside me. I don't mind if my own blood goes through a machine and then comes back and then comes into me again after maybe it's been purified, but I just wouldn't want to have an alien object. And that would be my way of respecting what God's original intention was when sacrifices were given up and the blood was always poured back, wasn't it, after the sacrifice to God? Because God is the giver of life. That's my explanation. Other people might explain it differently. And if they do, good luck to them. So that's it, peeps. I'm going in on the 7th of November, and I estimate it will take about an hour and a half. And then my cousin has decided that I can't come back here because I've got stairways, so I'm going to go to what we call like a bungalow. Everything's on one level, and there's a walk-in shower and that kind of thing. So I'll be there for a few days, just while the stitches, while I'm in pain and taking painkillers, all that kind of thing. And then I hope to be on the road to recovery. And if I don't get back to you after, say, a period of weeks and weeks and weeks, then you'll have to draw your own conclusions as to what's happened. So I've either not made it, I've become one of the statistical 1 in 10,000 mortality victims of that operation, or I'm incapacitated and I'm not able. But either way, if that doesn't happen, I will speak to you again. And I'm off this week, so I could definitely be talking to you between Monday and Friday, all this coming week, and just chatting about different things, about the up and coming midterms, because I'm fascinated with American politics. I think it's much more interesting than ours. Ours is very boring. Well, let's just say there's definitely a good chance, isn't there, that the Republicans could get back the Senate. Unless someone pulls a fast one. And let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's have spirit of fairness, please. That's all we want. See ya.